Hello and welcome back to my channel. I want to talk through curriculum today. I am not going to be able to cover all of the types of curriculum, not even all of the subjects of curriculum today. So I'm going to break this up into a few different parts. And we're going to talk through curriculum that I've used, curriculum that I've loved, curriculum that I haven't loved, and frankly, curriculum that I haven't used. So there's a wide variety of curriculum, and it can get really overwhelming to try to figure out where to start. So the curriculum we're going to go through today is math and spelling, and I'm going to be honest, some of these I fell into accidentally when I'm talking about my curriculum choices. So when we started homeschooling, we were given a box very generously by friends of ours who had previously homeschooled. And I was just given this massive box of stuff and like, here you go, you can have all of this. And it was such a gift, but it was also a little bit overwhelming, but less overwhelming than doing research or going to like a homeschool convention or something where they show all of the types of curriculum there are and all of the options that you have. That gets overwhelming very quickly. So as a general rule, I would say a couple of things about curriculum. First of all, don't panic. You can drive yourself absolutely mad trying to find the perfect curriculum. And I'm just telling you, it doesn't exist. Every kid is different. Every family is different. Every level of engagement in that family is different. And so I would say just relax and do the best that you can. If you don't know where to start with reading, writing, and arithmetic. So just start there. You don't have to do all of the subjects every single year, every single day for weeks and weeks and months on end. There's some grace in being able to find your pace and start slowly. So even when people are getting ready to start homeschool for their first year or, at the beginning of the semester, I say to them, don't start with all the subjects that you intend to teach on day one. Kind of ease into it, get the rhythm, get the feel for what your day looks like, that kind of stuff. So I'll talk more about what our days look like in another video, but in this video I want to go over spelling and math. So in the book, or in the box of curriculum that we were given, were spelling books, and they are very old, they are very loved, and they are very well used. But spelling is one of those things that obviously doesn't change over time. So I just started using them, and then I just kept using them. These are very old books. So you can see this is spelling level 2. This is grade 2. This is from Bob Jones Press, Bob Jones University Press. Now they have updated versions of these books, and they call themselves BJU Press. BJU, right here on the bottom. So they are going to show, they're going to look a little, more modern, but these books have served us very well. They are completely falling apart. And I have some people in my life who follow me on Facebook who are part of the family, this dear friends of ours, and their kids are graduated from college now, and they used these. The only complaint that I have about this older version, which I don't know if you would even be able to get this, well, you probably could because I did here. The only complaint I have about it is a little bit dated, and so like in the verses, it has Bible verses, and in the verses they are like an older version of the Bible, but basically it's spelling and it doesn't change. So there's usually 30 to 35 lessons in each book that will last you through the year. So see, this one is 36. That might all be backwards. I don't know. I'm no good at this. So this is 36, and that's to get you through the whole year. There's, generalizations and rules that you're learning for each set of words. In this younger book, this is first grade, there are 10 words, so this one looks very different on the inside. So there's 10 words, 9 words, and then a memory word, and then a worksheet, and then you go to lesson 2. I make copies in our spelling. I make copies of the worksheets. So basically what we do is we do spelling 3 days a week. On the first day, they're just taking the list of words from their lesson, like this, and they're writing all of these words just in a notebook. So they're going to write the words on one day, then they're going to do this worksheet, this. So that's the front, that's the back. They're going to do one worksheet on another day, and then they're going to take a test, and then see we're on the next lesson. So we do write the words, do a worksheet, take a test, and that's 1 week of spelling. So this is the spelling that we use. I did order this 6th grade one, so it looks a little nicer. It's a little newer because it wasn't being used by the family that I ordered this one specifically. But like I said, the website is bjupress.com, and this is what the spelling looks like. So I do spelling usually starting in kindergarten, but again, it depends on the kid. And I do 1st through 6th grade. So then when you get into junior high and high school, you're not doing actual spelling anymore. So this is the spelling that we use. It has worked really great for us for many, many years through all of the kids that we've had that have gone through spelling. These are good. These are good books for us. The second one that I'm going to talk about is math. Now, here's what I will say to you. I lucked out on math. I just picked a math curriculum. There wasn't math. I don't remember if there wasn't math curriculum in the box that I got or if I didn't care for the style of it. But I just picked a math curriculum, and I have loved it since. The math that we use is called Math-U-See. So this is it. Math-U-See. And these books go, they are not ordered by grade. So if you go onto the Math-U-See website, they have a placement test that will tell you where to start your child on what level. The levels are Greek alphabet, so it's alpha, beta. I didn't take Greek in college, so I don't know. Alpha, beta, zeta, gamma. There's a bunch of them. And so they go in order. One of the things that I love about this math is that they teach a skill to mastery. So this one is single digit addition and subtraction, and they will learn all of that. Like when they get to multiplication, they spend the entire year learning multiplication all the way up to big, humongous numbers, as opposed to doing easy multiplication, easy division, harder multiplication, harder division, hardest multiplication, hardest, you know what I mean? They learn it to mastery. So there's actually one level younger than this called primer. I don't have that one. This is the one that we usually start with in kinder or 1st grade, depending on the student. So Math-U-See is not cheap. So you're going to want to look around online and see if you can find it used anywhere. In one of my future videos, I'll probably give you some links for where I buy used homeschool curriculum. But basically, with one level, you're going to get a DVD, which has a man who is teaching the lesson. So you get the DVD, you get the student book, you get a test and activity book, and then for the older grades, I don't have it for alpha because I can check single digit multiplication and subtraction without an answer book, but for the older grades, then you also get the instruction manual, which also has the answers in it. So this is level 1, kind of like I said, like 1st grade. We have taught all the way through from alpha all the way to, I have a student that is currently in algebra 2. So it goes all the way through pre-algebra, algebra 1, geometry, and algebra 2, and I haven't gone past that yet. So I assume that they have a calculus, but I haven't actually, I don't remember right off the top of my head. So those have 30 lessons in each book that will get you through 1 year of school. The way that we kind of do our days with math is each lesson. So let's say we're on chapter 6, lesson 6. So each lesson has worksheets A, B, C, D, E, and F all the way through. So there are 6 worksheets, and then you go to 7A. So there are 6 worksheets per lesson in each of these books. So what we do is we do math 4 days a week. So you watch your DVD, and then you do worksheet A and B on Monday. You do C and D on Tuesday. We don't do math on Wednesday or whatever day. You do E and F on Thursday, and then you would take your test on Friday. So then you would go in here and you have test number 6. In the test booklet, they also have some extra fun kind of pages, just some extra worksheets to do one per chapter. And then they also have unit tests as you go through. They have unit tests to kind of review. The thing that I love about Math UC is it is a spiral kind of technique. As far as I know, it's not teaching Common Core specifically, but it's teaching kind of the concepts of it. The professor is really great about saying, if this doesn't make sense to you, try it this way. If this doesn't make sense to you, try it this way. And he has given some of my kids who have a more difficult time with math, he's given them some great tips and strategies to be able to do math a little bit easier. And so I'm not necessarily teaching them math. I'm just coming alongside them after they've watched the concept that he's taught them, and I'm helping them with their work. In the ones where you order the instruction manual, there's also in the beginning of that, so there's the answer key in the back, but then there's also in the beginning, it has the lesson, and it has the concepts of the lesson typed out that they have just learned in the DVD that they've done. So A, B, and C are only covering, for each chapter, worksheets A, B, and C are only covering what they learned that lesson. And then D, E, and F are what they call systematic review. So you're going to do what you learned in that lesson plus everything that you've learned in this book thus far. So by the time you get to 8D, you're doing what you learned in lesson 8. Then you're also doing the front and back in what you learned in lessons 1 through 7. So they come back and come back and come back and come back to things over and over and over and over. So this one is an upper level one. This is Zeta, and it is decimals and percentages. I love that they go all the way through the high school math curriculum. I also love that they have this option, stewardship. So we haven't done this one yet, but this feels like a great option for when your kids get a little bit older in high school math. You can, teach concepts like budgeting and all of that kind of stuff. So this one we have coming up. A couple of things that we do with math. First of all, if you order Math UC specifically, you're going to need their block set. So they have counting blocks, and the professor does a great job of teaching these concepts of the blocks. So let me put these up here. So you get this whole set of blocks, and it goes all the way from units, right? There's a 1 to, there's a 2 and it's orange, here's a 3 and it's pink, here's a 4 and it's gold. You can see all the way up to 10. And so then these 10s fit onto this 100 block. So the red is a 100 block. But one of the things that he does is he teaches these blocks, and the way that he does it is he teaches them to memorize basically the colors and the concepts. So he uses these blocks for everything. You use them for adding, as in 8 plus 2 is 10, the same as. You use them for subtracting, as in 10, and then he puts them upside down, minus 8 leaves 2. So my kids very quickly were able to recognize, like, see, I don't even know. This is a 6. This is an 8. This is a 9. And he uses these manipulatives to help teach them those concepts. So this is something that you do have to buy. You don't have to, but I would definitely strongly encourage it because it does help them to kind of have something concrete as they're learning place value and all of that kind of stuff. The other kind of manipulative that they have is these fraction overlays. So these they use to show, that's kind of hard to see, that would turn it into fourths. This would turn a fraction into sixths. You know, then you can combine them and show, so you can show that 1/2 is the same as, 4/8, and you can show those different things by these different fraction overlays. I don't remember which year they use these, but he tells you in the videos and stuff. So those are the manipulatives that we use, both the blocks and the fraction overlays that go along with the math you see. The last thing I want to tell you, this is a pro tip that I learned from my friend Kristen when she homeschooled her children. She used to use overhead transparency pages, but they don't make those anymore. So one of the things that we do to make our curriculum books last a little bit longer is I use just a page protector like this. Sometimes I cut this little white part off, but you don't have to. And then I use a little binder clip like this, and you clip the page protector to the page that your child is going to do for their math. So you clip it on there, and then basically you use a dry erase marker, and they can fill in their answers. You can check their answers, and then they can erase this and move the clip and the page protector to the next page. So that's one of the ways that we have been able to use our curriculum over and over and over again and have it be a little bit cheaper than printing all of it or making copies of it. So you can do that kind of reusable and have them just switch pages as they go. So those are my thoughts on math and spelling. I will come back in about a week probably with another video about some more curriculum that we've used. I would love to answer any questions. I want to be helpful as you are trying to figure out how to homeschool or weighing the options of homeschooling. I want to help decrease stress in your life if you're feeling it in regards to homeschooling. So please leave comments below or send me a text or however you can get a hold of me if there's anything else that I can help you with. I'll see you soon.